Hello, my friends. Jacob is here once again. Thank you for pressing play. I'm coming to you from the back alley. If you're new to the channel, this is probably new to you. I have to do this sometimes. I got to come out here and share with you, especially when I think things are important. Now, this show I've been thinking about for quite some time. I knew that I needed to talk about it. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to say, but I think I got to say it now. I got to say it now after I watched Kanye's testimony. Now, if you don't know who Kanye West is, many call him a genius. Some people call him a madman. When he appeared on TMZ and he did, his whole spiel, I thought to myself, this is a guy that God could use. I thought to myself, this is a guy that seems to me he doesn't really care what people think, and perhaps God could use this. So imagine my surprise when I find out just recently that he decides to be a born-again Christian.
Let's not be concerned with the opinions of men at all. Only the opinion of God. Let's not be concerned with the validation of men at all. Only of God. To be radically in service to Christ is the only culture that I want to know about.
Now, this is a complex issue because I don't know exactly where this guy is standing. He says that he is standing firmly planted on Christ. He says this. He says that his life has gotten better, his relationship has gotten better, his family has gotten better, and that he will no longer do the kind of music that he's done before, but now he's going to usher in an era of morality and spiritually sound, biblically inspired music, much like the gospel music that many of you who perhaps have gone to church are familiar with. So Kanye West, this amazing artist, this musician, I've talked about him doing his church services at Coachella. I showed you pictures where he orchestrated it all and it looked like the all-seeing eye, like this. I didn't know what to make of this because, of course, Kanye in the past, he has been known for calling himself basically Jesus. He even wrote a Bible where in the beginning Kanye created. So you have this picture of this guy who's on covers of magazines with a crown of thorns. And you think to yourself, could this be? Could God be using him? Now, I know a lot of people are going to find it hard to believe that God could use someone like Kanye West. That's sad to say, but I know a lot of people are going to think to themselves, this guy's just nothing more than a sellout. He's just putting on a show. He's just trying to get everybody to just, worship at his feet. Call him God, right? Like he used to. And yet, God has a tendency of using people just like that. That he raises them up so that his glory can be revealed. Whether it was King David that murdered, I can't tell you how many people, committed adultery, and then sent the husband of the woman that he committed adultery with to the hottest part of the battle so that he could be murdered. God uses people. So the question is he using Kanye? I believe he is, but I don't know if Kanye's heart is in the right place.
When I found out about you and got closer to you, I got closer to my children. I got closer to my family. Because the devil had me chasing a gold statue.
Now, why do you say that, Jacob? Why do you say that you don't know if his heart's in the right place? Well, because he's dealing with mainstream Christianity. All these guys. And that's kind of like the beast system. It's kind of like, a lot of people wonder, who was it that killed Jesus? You know, there was a scholar who just wrote an article saying that the Jews were not responsible for Jesus' death. And that's true, because the picture of Christ being put to death, it was the religious of the day. It was the religious elite of the day. And it wasn't even all of them. It was a sect of them that just didn't believe that he could possibly be a child of God. So it wasn't all of them, no. It was the religious. The religious mind puts the truth to death at the place of the skull. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. A lot of this may be review to you, but for those that are new, Jesus called himself the way, the truth, and the life. The way to a true life, the way to truly live your life, was literally put to death at a place called Golgotha, which in the Hebrew tongue means the place of the skull. Point to your skull. What's underneath it? Your brain. Thoughts. The hope of glory is Christ in you. So it's not really been about a literal church. It's never really been about a literal building made by man's hands. In fact, God says that he doesn't dwell there. He's going to dwell in your heart. That's what Jesus' prayer was, that they may be one as we are one. I'm in you, you're in me, and we are in them. There's a unity there. So, I mean, Kanye, maybe he's doing his own thing. Maybe he's doing the Lord's work. Maybe he's just another person going to lead people down a wrong road. I don't know. But I do think that this is incredibly powerful and incredibly important. Obviously, a lot of you know that I am very keen on the days that we're in. September 23rd, just recently, I was hoping would be the day that the light went on in so many people's lives and that people started to have faith and started to declare their faith. And I find this is where I find interesting, is that September 22nd, his wife, Kim Kardashian, very famous, released that his album, Jesus is King, would be out soon. Ironically. Now, a lot of people have been waiting for this album. She teased it was going to be released on the 27th, and it wasn't. They released a song list, and it still hasn't come out. It was supposed to be released again today, and yet nothing has happened. He says he's no longer going to write secular music, that his music is all going to glorify God. And I think that this is amazing, because here you have somebody that is a trendsetter, somebody that can sell a t-shirt for like $1 gabillion and there's nothing on it. Now, a lot of fans are a little disappointed because the album isn't out yet. The Jesus is King album, here's the cover art. So you have one of the biggest entertainers in the world, if not the most well-known rappers of all time. You have this guy now dedicating his life to Christ. And a lot of people are questioning whether or not it's true. You know, is he up there really just, is he just playing on the religious market and trying to make some money? Or is he really somebody that is 100% sold out to the idea that he is a servant of God? Now that would be pretty amazing. That would be sort of a fulfillment, if you will. But see, there's something that worries me about all this, and I'm hoping it's not true, because I can't judge the intentions of a man's heart, and neither should you. I get a lot of people, I know my faith, and I don't come on here and I don't tell you exactly what you should believe, but I do know that I tell you, you should ask for the truth no matter what the cost. And that today is the day to do that, especially with the days that are to come. You know, here's somebody that reaches people. Here's somebody that is a trendsetter. Here's somebody that could get people to seek God in a way that they probably haven't considered before. All of a sudden now, celebrity, faith is becoming a very hip thing. Now, is this a sincere faith? Or is this just like another one of those beast system religions that gets everybody believing in the lie and not the truth of God? Though the album's not out yet, sadly, his merchandise already is. The Jesus is King merchandise, which of course I checked out. You can buy it on his website. And I just think to myself, it's a little weird. You know, some of them with the seals of the state, like this one from New York. It just looks a little Illuminati-esque. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that's the case. Who knows what the truth is? Who knows where the truth is to be found? Who knows, right? That's why I tell everybody to go to the source. Is Kanye on the level? I don't know. But I will say that whether he is or not, whether he is just another pawn of this system with it wearing a different mask, God is using him. God is using him because it's just the idea of believing that there is more is the beginning. Everybody has to come to John the Baptist first before they get to Christ. It's a symbol. Everybody has to come to the religious man first, the man that is less than the least in the kingdom of heaven. A lot of people look at John the Baptist and they say, oh, he was such a holy, wonderful man. But he was a guy that was a little bit hypocritical. He went around pointing fingers at everybody, and the scriptures say that of those that are born of women, he was the greatest. But of those in the kingdom of heaven, he is less than the least, meaning that he didn't get in. Less than the least, he didn't get in. The religious man doesn't make it into the kingdom of heaven. The rich man doesn't make it into the kingdom of heaven. What gets you into the kingdom of heaven is the ability to love God and to love others as you love yourself. And I don't know if that's what Kanye is doing, but I do think that there is potential here. I did find his testimony compelling, and I do think that God is behind it all. Whether or not he's on the level, you have to tell me in the comments section. I certainly hope he is, and I certainly hope that more people decide to ask for the truth, no matter what the cost. Because I promise you people, that is really all that matters in the whole wide world. Faith. Faith. With faith, all things are possible. And perhaps Kanye could be used by God after all. So that's what I hope. Of course, a lot of people are saying he's phony. A lot of people are saying that he's self-absorbed. A lot of people are saying that the guy just worships himself and wants everybody to, bow down before him. But I can't judge a man's heart. But I can offer you all a little bit of hope that if you seek, you're going to find. And hopefully this will get a lot of people to seek more. I love each and every one of you. I hope you do subscribe and share it around, tell your friends, comment, like, and all that. Sorry that this is kind of an off-the-cuff show. I got another one in the works, but I just felt like it was important. I felt like I had to get it to you before the day wears on. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.